You will have never have guessed what happened to me this week. In all my years of existence, all 31, never have I heard of this or witnessed this happening before. It was such a mind-blowing and crazy situation, I told myself, I just got to tell my church family on Sunday. So the story begins on Thursday morning, having just gotten off the phone with Rhonda. It was the 15th of the month, so I was doing the typical thing of going to the bank, depositing my paycheck and cash tips that I get from Starbucks. I had 3 weeks of tips to deposit, which was $76. This is an important number to keep in mind. $76. I went up to the teller to give her my deposit and proceeded to make the usual small talk, as one does at the bank. I told her it was definitely time for me to go back to the farm to pick up some more soup bones for my bone broth. She smiled, processed my deposit, and gave me my receipt. And I moseyed back to my car. As I sat in my car, I noticed something strange. Something didn't look right on my bank receipt. It said that I had way more money than I was supposed to have. I looked at the receipt just a little closer and I realized, apparently, the teller added an extra 0 when entering the cash deposit. So instead of $76, like I said before, in cash, she deposited $760 into my account. Which, for those who are counting, is an extra $684. An extra $684 that I did not earn, nor was it mine. But the money was sitting in my account. Church, what should I have done? What would you have done? If someone would have deposited just, an extra $684 into your account. As fitting as ever, the lectionary gospel text addresses the topic of money, personal wealth, and integrity this week. How fitting. Apparently, the manager of our story was dishonest, and he had squandered his boss's property. Now, we don't know exactly what that meant. He could have been pocketing the money for himself, or he could have just been overcharging folks to make more money for the company. But either way, he was not doing the best of business practices, and for that, the manager was headed out the door. In the end, he may have acquired some extra money, but it was not honest money. Nor had he earned it, nor was it his for the taking. I love Jesus' words when he says, "Whoever is faithful in a very little is also faithful in much. And whoever is dishonest in a very little is dishonest also in much." How much we have doesn't really matter, does it? We could have a lot in life or just a little, but what matters is our integrity. Doing what is right even when no one is watching. being faithful with what we've been entrusted with, even if it may seem small and insignificant. When I was a freshman in Bible college, I used to drive 1 hour every Wednesday night just to go back to my home church. And I could do this so I could teach a discipleship class. And the class consisted of, get this, 2 little girls who were in kindergarten. It was a very small class. I know some of my Bible college colleagues would have thought it to not be worth it. I mean, driving an hour is hard enough. And then just to teach a class with just 2 people. And they weren't even adults either. But I was faithful with that class. And the next year, get this, I had 10 little girls who got promoted from the pre-K class into my class. So I guess it really doesn't matter how much you have. What matters is what you do with what you got. I know all of you are wondering, what did I do with that extra $864 that was sitting in my account? I would have liked to have said I ran inside as fast as I could. But honestly, I sat in my car and contemplated what to do. For a hot minute, I thought about driving away and pocketing the money. It was a hot minute, but it was a minute no less. I may not always make the best and most upstanding of decisions every day, but you caught me on a good day. I huffed and I puffed. I rolled my eyes and I walked back into the bank and told them to take the dishonest money out of my account. That day, I felt like the universe was testing me. Was I going to make the right decision, even when no one was not watching? Was I going to be faithful with the little that I had, just the $76, not the $760? Or was I going to squander dishonest wealth? What has God entrusted to us, church? Here. With the property that we have and the resources that are in our hands and the people that we are called to care for. In our personal lives, what has God given to us? Are we faithful with it? Even if it may not seem like much. Do we make good choices even when no one is watching over our backs? For in the end, it really doesn't matter how much we have or what we have done. What matters is our integrity. Amen.